Hello friends, welcome to Tells World Recipes. Today, we're going to prepare one of my favorite dishes in the world. This dish is mostly prepared for the holidays, and it's a Christmas cod. In Mexico, they call it Bacalao a la Vizcaína, which is, I don't know why it's named like that, since we already showed the recipe of the real Bacalao a la Vizcaína with the Biscayne sauce. But this one, I can't wait every year for the holidays just to have it. It's delicious, everybody loves it, and it's very traditional in the family. Of course, you can have it any time of the year, and I'm going to show you how to do our recipe. So now, let's get cooking. The ingredients we're going to need is 2.5 pounds of cod, 1 can of tomato puree, 4 Roma tomatoes, 1 onion, 1 bunch of parsley, 1.5 pounds of baby potatoes, 7 ounces of green olives, 1.2 ounces of capers, 4.2 ounces of guindilla peppers, 3 garlic cloves, and olive oil. We're going to start by preparing our cod. When you buy the cured cod, it is dry and it has been cured with a lot of salt. We need to remove that salt before we can start cooking it, or our dish will be excessively salty. I'm going to put my cod in a bowl, then we're going to cover it with water. We're going to let it rest in the fridge overnight, and for the next couple of days, we're going to be changing the water to remove all the salt that we've been cleaning up. After leaving it overnight, we're going to remove the water . Now we're going to cover it with fresh water. Depending on the cod that you buy, this is going to take 2 or 3 days. You can also see that the cod is rehydrating. After 3 days, it's time to cook our cod. This is just a pre-cook. We're going to put our fillets in a pot. We're going to cover everything with water. Then we're going to turn on the heat, and we're going to wait for the first boil. As soon as the water starts boiling, our cod is going to be pre-cooked, and that's the moment we're going to stop and we're going to start flaking it. Our water is boiling. I'm going to clear a little bit of the foam from the top. And our burner is off. Now we're going to pull our fillets out. And we're going to let them cool down for a few minutes so we can handle them with our hands. We're going to start flaking our cod. Using some gloves, we're going to start pulling our cod. It's easier when you do it when it's still warm, because if it's cold, it can be done, but it's a little bit extra work. We're going to do this with all our fillets. This is how it should look. Let's put it to the side for now. We're going to put another pot and start boiling water. And we're going to pre-cook our baby potatoes. We're just going to let them cook for about 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to prepare the rest of our ingredients. First, we're going to start chopping our onion. We're going to go ahead and chop it finely. Once we have all our onion chopped, we're going to do the same thing with our Roma tomatoes. We're going to start slicing and then cutting them into small cubes. Then we're going to chop our garlic and our parsley. After the 15 minutes, we're going to drain the water from our potatoes and put them in a bowl. And now we're ready to start preparing our Christmas cod. In a big pot, we're going to start putting some olive oil. And first we're going to start cooking our garlic. We don't want the garlic to burn. We just want to give that taste to the olive oil. This is only going to take about a minute, minute and a half. Once our garlic is dancing, it's time to add our onion. We want to cook our onion until it's soft and translucent. This is going to take about 3 to 5 minutes. And once our onion is ready, it's time for us to add our diced tomatoes. And at the same time, we're going to add our parsley. We're making like a sofrito, which is going to be the base for our cod. Once it's all incorporated, it's time to add our tomato sauce. We're going to start mixing, and we're going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to add our cod. We want the cod covered with all that tomato sauce. So we're going to mix it, and then we're going to start stewing it. We're going to stew it for about 2 hours. Now it's time to add our potatoes. Now, I made a mistake here. I should have cut in quarters all my potatoes. For this video, I had to pull them all out and cut them. Don't make the same mistake as me and just cut them in advance. Now that all the flavors are getting married, we're going to add 2 cups of water, put the lid on, and let it stew for 2 hours. This recipe is for a big family, so it all depends on how much cod you're using. As our cod is stewing, it's a perfect time for you to click on subscribe to our channel. If you want to know when new videos are coming, click on the bell to get notifications. Leave us your comments and ask for any recipe that you want us to try. Also, at the end of this video, don't forget us to give us a like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And now, let's get back to the kitchen. After the 2 hours, we're going to check on our cod. And this is smelling great. At this point, I'm just going to check the taste. And this is fantastic. We're going to add our capers, our olives, and our guindilla peppers. After that, you can check it in case you need some salt, but normally you don't need to add any. Now, I'm using stuffed olives, but you can use regular olives as well. And if you don't find guindilla peppers, pepperoncini peppers are a great substitute. We're just going to incorporate everything real well, let it sit for another 15-20 minutes to marry, and we're ready to serve. Our Christmas cod is ready. Like I said, in Mexico they call it Bacalao a la Vizcaína, but we already did that recipe. Not sure where the name came from. It smells delicious and is one of my favorite dishes in the world. Let's try it. Potato. Wow. Such a classic dish. Every year I can't wait for the holidays just to have it. And as a tip, after you cook it, if you leave it in the fridge for a few days and then reheat it, it's even better. And you can grab some crusty bread and make some sandwiches. They're delicious. Hope you'll give this recipe a try, and we'll see you next time.